Hi, we are Gemma and Campbell, and this is our motorhome, Ellie the Elddis. Usually you'll find us travelling around in this washing machine on wheels, however sadly right now she's a little under the weather. Instead this week you can join us as we go back to the basics and explore one of Scotland's best hidden gems, the beautiful island of Tiree. With stunning beaches, crystal clear water and a very temperamental weather system, this trip turned out to be an adventure that we would never forget. Hey, good morning everyone. So we have just woken up in the small seaside town of Oban. It's currently 6:30 and we are on our way to get the ferry across that island that we have actually never been to before. We're going to be spending the next couple of days over there and we are heading to Tiree. You look like you're ready for an adventure.
I'm really excited for an adventure actually. I feel like the two bags are like evening me out. This wasn't originally the plan. Yeah, last minute we were like, we should really just take another bag even if it is semi-empty just so that we're not so like stuffed up on the back. So evens me out well.
And we're my little donkey. Yeah, I'm not just being mean guys, my bag is actually really heavy, it's just full of camera gear. I'm not just letting Gemma carry everything, I promise. So as you guys may know if you watched last week's video, the reason why we're actually heading across to Tiree is because we don't have our motorhome at the moment. Ellie just filled her MOT and we just bought another van, which we showed you last week, but we can't pick it up until the end of this week. So, why are we heading across to Tiree? Well, basically Tiree is only about 12 miles long. It is the perfect tiny little island if you want to explore something by foot, by bike. The weather is absolutely stunning. We hit a proper high pressure here in Scotland, so it just made sense to head across to there and check it out for the very first time. And here it is, Tiree!
Ah, I'm so excited!
I can already see how blue that water's looking, and the sun's not even out just now, and it's proper like turquoise blue, and it's just an endless beach stretches from there all the way around the bay. Oh, this is giving me such an adventure. Okay, thanks very much guys, have a good day. We nearly ended up back in Oban, too busy admiring the scenery, and they almost set sail again without us actually getting off. But we made it to Tiree. Oh, look at that water! Oh my god! So clear. I don't wait to get in there.
Did I just catch a Calmac ferry to the Maldives by accident? I can honestly see why they call this place the Hawaii of the UK, because it's like, well, it's going to be freezing, I know that, but still, it's so clear. Stunning. Unbelievable. Can't wait to get in there.
Oh, I've got friendly locals already.
4 off, and I'm picking 4 up tomorrow.
Oh, lovely. We start charging for it. Alright, and here we are.
Sorry guys, but just look at that beach in the background.
And we're staying at Sunset Campsite for the next few nights.
Oh yeah, it was like £10 per person per night. You can just leave our bags there and go out and explore for the day. Pretty cheap, get a shower.
Luxury.
Luxury.
So we actually ended up getting a brand new tent for this trip, which we've never pitched before, so it might be a little bit interesting. Bear with us if we're going to struggle with it. Bag, pillow, bag, pillow, bag. Oh, this is cozy. Let's test out and see if it's actually much comfort. Oh, I mean, it's comfortable if you use your sleeping bag as a pillow. I do have a lump literally right there. Yeah, we might need to move it unless you want to sleep like a banana. So guys, we've actually had this tent, like Gemma was just pointing out, for 2 years now. We bought it when we first bought Ellie. Coming up for 3 years then. Bought it when we first bought Ellie and we're kind of waiting to collect her, I guess. We got into like a really big kind of camping vibe. We went out and hiked the Larag Gru in the Cairngorms and we're like, oh, this is amazing camping, so much fun. You can just go and do stuff for free. We bought this tent and then we got a motorhome and we've not actually used it yet. I forgot that we even had it and that's why we were using our other one instead.
And the reason why we bought this one was because this is the same tent that we basically lived in after we quit our jobs in 2018 to go travelling. We spent about 4 months around Europe camping in a tent. We were interrailing and this was the tent, but during that trip it was so hot we were honestly sleeping in about, some nights it was like 28 degrees overnight, and Campbell actually kicked a hole in the bottom of it one night because we were just so hot. We just decided to just rip up the bottom of the tent so we could stick our feet outside. So that tent was ready for the bin. But it was a really good wee tent, and actually it's amazing to see buying this one now how much they've kind of come on. Like, the pegs are so light. Technology is just improving for camping equipment and I'm loving it.
Guys, as you may already know, we're going through a little bit of a stressful period right now with our motorhome. She just failed her MOT. If you watched last week's video, you'll know this already. And we're currently very up in the air with what we're actually going to be doing at the moment. She needs a couple of repairs and there's lots of parts that need to be delivered in order to do these repairs. And until they're actually delivered, we are kind of homeless. We don't really have anywhere to be. Hence why we're on this adventure over to Tiree just now, just to try and make the most of a bad egg. But it's been a very stressful time for us as we're trying to do a lot of things and get a lot of stuff organised behind the scenes. And it's just a lot of uncertainty to handle at once. It is in times like this, it is so important that you can have someone to talk to, someone that's a little bit different from just Gemma and myself, someone that can help us see outside the box and see beyond the situation that we're currently in. And it is exactly why I wanted to chat to you guys today about BetterHelp, the paid partner of today's video. BetterHelp is an online therapy platform that makes it super easy to connect with a credentialed therapist from the comfort of your own home. You can have therapy sessions via phone call, video chat, or even messaging, whatever works best for you. And with over 1,000 therapists in their network, BetterHelp can match you with someone who truly understands your needs and can provide you with the support that you're looking for. If you are going through a challenging time at the moment, guys, I highly recommend giving BetterHelp a try. Simply visit betterhelp.com/Highlands or select our channel Highlands to Hammocks and sign up for a special discount off of your first month of therapy, and don't hesitate to reach out for help when you need it. How are you meant to keep running when these are what we're running past? Oh, look at you! Cute. Alright, come on, let's go.
So guys, we are running the Edinburgh Sunset Half Marathon at the start of July. We started a running plan a few weeks ago now with Runner. I'm going to put down one of our wee codes. You get like 2 weeks free, which is really good. And honestly, I'm just loving it. We've been so lucky so far because throughout all this plan, we've managed to do it in dry weather, which has been good. But yeah, if you fancy a bit of a run, join Runner.
It does help when we've got views like this as well. Like since we came off the ferry, it's been nothing but this kind of field with sheep everywhere, baby cows. And beaches, just absolutely stunning beaches. Oh, and friendly locals, look at this.
Oh, bless her, that's good.
I know, good. Now we need to sprint. Thank you. Now I don't know if all of these people down on the beach know something that I don't, but there's a lot of people in there with wetsuits on. And I'm not wearing a wetsuit, as you can see. What does that mean?
It means you're brave.
I don't know about that. As everyone we've spoken to that's like a Tiree resident or people that come to Tiree a lot say this is the best time of year to come because you've got the kind of sunny spells like this before it gets into peak Scottish summer, which means rain. And also it's so quiet because none of their schools are off. So this is like the kind of middle of May now. So if you're coming to Tiree next year, as soon as you see a nice sunny spell, try and get across to Tiree in May. Well, that is our bath for today. Woohoo! You ready?
I'm just glad we've picked a campsite because then we can actually follow it up with
a nice hot shower. Woohoo! Let's go! Here we go! Oh! Come on! You can do it! Oh, that's the point of no return. 3, 2, 1. Oh, my feet are up! Oh, my feet are up! Woohoo! Oh, this is a life! Lovely. We've got 2 burgers, 4 sausages, a bunch of buttered rolls, and a hell of a view. Look at that. Doesn't get much better than that. Cheers.
Cheers.
First barbecue of the year.
Very good.
Honestly guys, we were just saying if the weather was like this in Scotland all the time, I think Scotland might be the #1 tourist destination in the entire world because it is just such a comfortable temperature. And there's no midges because it's so windy. We're in a nice little sheltered bit on the beach and we've got an entire beach to ourselves. It is paradise, man. Absolute paradise. morning, everyone. I'm definitely gonna need this coffee this morning. No, that's not gonna do it. Good morning.
Hello. Oh, it was actually really comfy in there. Back to lying in the sun.
How did you sleep?
Quite good. It wasn't too cold.
Yeah.
Which is normally my problem in a tent, is I get too cold. But I was actually like perfect temperature. How were you? Did you get sore back?
Well, I was actually really comfortable until about 5 AM when I turned around and then my sleeping bag zip burst. And then after that, my right hand side was cold and my left hand side was boiling. So I need to try and fix that for tonight. But I was surprised, I did actually sleep up until then.
Yeah.
Which is better than usual. I don't know what's changed. I mean, you guys watched our Cape Wrath vlog and you've watched us do wild camping before. The only thing I can think of is that since we went to Cape Wrath last year, I've turned 30 and my body's just going downhill from there, I think. You know what we should do? We should buy a big white box, put a bed in it and put wheels on it and drive it around. That's what we should do. Call it a motor tent.
I'm too tired for this.
Here we are. What do you think?
They look good.
I know. I think that one's yours, that one's mine. But these are perfect, so we rented them from a guy called Will, who runs like a Tiree Fitness kind of business over here. I think it was £20 a day to rent these. If you are interested in renting any bikes, I'll put a little link in the description box. And I think it's the perfect way to get around the island. It's a 30-minute cycle down into the co-op again, so it's basically the entire length of the island.
Make it sound as if that's the #1 tourist destination is co-op.
Yeah, it's where everyone wants to go to. Well, any hidden beaches as well we'll be able to explore using our bikes as well, so buzzing to get out on these. Woohoo! So like I said, one of the reasons why we actually wanted to come to Tiree without a van is because it's just so easy to get around if you have things like a bike or even if you just fancy walking. It's almost perfectly flat as an island and it's only about 14 miles long. So we should be able to actually cycle round basically the entirety of the island in maybe less than 2 hours. And a day like today, that is just the best way to get out and about. Cattle grid. How do we go over these? Oh my god, I was terrified. Hello! Oh, look at these wee calves. Look at the size of you! There's a car coming as well, so that's a good excuse to stop here. Hiya. They must have been born yesterday. They are absolutely tiny. We've been having such a leisurely cycle around the island and we just realised the gin distillery that we're planning on going to shuts in 15 minutes. Gemma is away. Mentioned gin and she is gone with the clappers. There she is over there. Come on baby, you can do it. Oh, it's just up there, I can see it. We're gonna make it. Come on Gemma. What a spot for it. Look at that view. You made it. High five. Good job.
Good job.
Let's go and get a wee gin and tonic. Alright, are you happy?
I'm so content right now. That sun is just perfect temperature. I've got a wee pink gin here with blueberries. And I've got a wee rocky road from Becky's Bakes.
Yeah, we actually stopped off, which was one of the reasons why we were in such a rush to get to the distillery, but we stopped off a little place called Becky's Bakes, which was a place that is very much recommended on Instagram. I think we had about 10 different DMs from 10 different people saying that you need to go to Becky Bakes, and it was this cute little kind of cake fridge, similar to the ones we were visiting up in Shetland, actually a little honesty box where you just leave the money, and they did a huge range of cakes there. We ended up going for a rocky road each. Look at the size of that. It's £3.50. First taste test. Mmm.
Wow.
It's very melted.
Is it?
That is amazing.
There's been lots of stuff going on in the background over the past few weeks, really, hasn't there? We've got lots that we will be sharing soon, but it's kind of that way that we don't want to jinx anything by sharing it too early. But yeah, so many things are like whirring around in our brains at the moment, so it's just like nice to like sit and have 10 minutes to just soak up the sun and actually just be really present to where we are. Like, we're in Tiree, Campbell. How cool is this? And the sun is shining. Like, when did things match up properly that we get to go on a road trip in Scotland when the sun shines? Normally we get caught out in storms, but I'm really chuffed to be here. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's funny because we're in a little bit of a limbo just now. Like, obviously if you watched last week's video, you'll know everything that we're talking about. It was basically, we still don't actually know what we're doing with the van. Everything's just up in the air. We've got about 20 plates spinning. But hopefully, by the time you guys watch this video, you'll be laughing because everything's just gonna fall into place like it always does for us as well. I feel like we're headless chickens a lot of the time. We're just running around, no idea what's coming next, and we're so there for it. It's just like life is an adventure.
But this has been giving me anxiety dreams for like the past week. It's starting to just get that way where I'm like, okay, like I'm ready for the next thing, I'm ready for the next thing. We keep like coming up with ideas of things to do and it's like, can we do it, can we do it, oh, can we do it, oh, okay, we can do stuff this week, maybe not next week, but we can do it this week. Okay, the next week, can we do it, oh. It's just like every week.
Oh, and funnily enough, talking about anxiety dreams, I had my first ever wedding anxiety dream the other day. I feel like I want to share this with you guys. So I never have these kind of things, basically. Look at you laughing at me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I know
exactly what you're talking about, and I've already had a wedding anxiety dream. I can't remember what it was about, but I told you and you were like, oh, I've not done anything like that.
No, I had this the other night. So basically I'd arrived at the ceremony and I was chatting to my mum outside the venue. And I looked down and I was wearing my kilt, but I was wearing fluffy pink slippers and pink socks, ankle socks. And I said to my mum, oh no, I've left my shoes and socks at the hotel. And my mum just goes, oh no, and it's fine, just don't worry about it. And I was like, should I take the slippers off at least? And she was like, and put my shoes on, because for some reason I had my shoes but didn't have knee-high socks. And she was like, no, that'll look silly with your ankle socks, so just wear your fluffy pink slippers instead. And I was just remember saying to Gabby, our photographer, just whatever you do, only Photoshop from the waist up, because I'm wearing fluffy pink slippers to my wedding.
I love it.
That was my first ever anxiety dream, I think.
Well, let me tell you something that might cheer you up. I'd still marry you if you were in
Oh, thank you.
I might just steal them off you to wear them. In fact, maybe not in the temperatures in Greece.
You know, in Greece I'd be sweating.
In winter I would. Imagine wearing fluffy pink slippers in Greece. Oh!
Oh, I tell you guys, that really doesn't look like much. It's funny how camping meals just always look like a big pot of sludge, but like, I'm so hungry after that cycle. That looks amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Good.
What is it we're having?
So we just got some of this stuff on discount, some basmati rice and a tikka masala jar that, yes, I did have to carry that round in my bag while cycling. And we also got some poppadoms and mango chutney.
Nice little curry night.
This is going to go down a treat. We're just trying to think of things that were easy enough to cook in this tiny pan. Yum.
That is tasty. There you go, beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, grab the other one. Got a nice wee setup going on.
I know, it's cosy in here, isn't it?
I literally was just saying to Gemma that if that cloud comes in, it's going to be freezing in the next half hour. Look, 5 minutes later, you can't even see the house. Yeah, well, kinda. Literally, it's just coming out of nowhere. It's going to be a chilly, chilly night tonight. And my sleeping bag doesn't have a zip.
Yeah.
Fan-dabby-dozy.
I don't know what's happened. Maybe you stretched too much in your sleep and burst it.
Alright, got the place all cozy, got a little set up.
Make a cup of tea. We're gonna get on some.
And we're on to the Australian Traitors tonight. On to season 2 of the Australian Traitors. But yeah, I reckon we'll just catch up with you guys in the morning. And hopefully I've survived the night and not had frostbite.
Don't worry, you got me.
See you in the morning. Well, good morning everyone. As you can see, we're in a little bit of a different location to where we left you last night. And that's because the weather has done a complete 180 through the night. Honestly, I think we woke up about 1 AM and the tent was battering off of us because it was so windy. And we just had to come and like spend the night in this communal barn area instead. We just got our row mats down on the ground, our sleeping bags down. Oh, what a night. What a night, man. How did you sleep?
Barely. I'm very grateful for this wee space though, because honestly I don't think we would have got anything in the tent. Bless the guy that owns the campsite actually came and parked his ute on the other side of our tent to try and block a little bit of the wind. So I hate to think what it would have been like without that, but I'm so tired. As you can see in my eyes, I'm like, oh. Barely here.
Yeah, the tent's actually still up there. I need to go and pack it away in a wee second. Hoping it's not blown away in the middle of the night. But the next concern is if the ferries are even going to be sailing today. Like, I really don't want to be spending another night here if it's going to be like this. But if it's like this, then how can the ferries be sailing? According to the app, they are sailing, but it's the big question is, are we actually going to make it off the island or not? I really don't know. Yeah, we'll just take it inside, yeah. Come on! Oh, well done. Tangled around my foot. He did it. High five. Oh my god.
This is crazy. Like, you would honestly not believe we had like summer weather the other day.
I know. Despite all the odds, our lift back to the ferry terminal and the ferry itself off the island still seemed to be all okay, and our fears of being stranded on Tiree didn't come true. Soon enough we would be back in the mainland, ready for the next adventure, this time maybe just not in a tiny little tent. Woo! We made it! And just like that guys, we're back on the ferry, and I've got to say I've never been so happy to be on a rocky boat as I am right now. But what's next? I don't actually have a clue. If you watched last week's video you'll probably know what we're getting up to, because I'm hoping by the time this goes live I will have actually told you more about it. But for now we're just going to say goodbye, sign this off, because what an adventure it's been. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. We'll see you in the next one. Until next time guys, we'll see you in the next one.